Hi, friends, and welcome to Only Green. Shatakshi Singh is a freelance designer, manufacturer, and trainer for Wildlife Souvenirs. She hails from Panna in Madhya Pradesh, and her initiative, WildPines, works closely with the Pardhi Tribal people who live around the Panna Tiger Reserve and works towards making the tribal ladies self sustainable by training them to make forest related souvenirs with the resources available locally. She is very passionate about art, painting, craft, and wildlife, and also associates with other organizations to minimize animal-human conflicts. Let's hear from her about her journey. Welcome, Shatakshi, to Only Green.
Thank you. Thank you for having me and thank you for inviting me. I'm really very excited to share my story. Should I start?
Yeah, let's initially, to begin with, let's try and understand how you got interested and passionate about wildlife and nature.
Okay. So let me explain. So I have been I have been born and brought up in Panna only. Panna is a very small town. Panna is also famous for temples, diamonds, and of course wildlife. So since childhood, we used to go with our father around Panna. Me and my sibling used to like those outings and picnics because what we have seen is different from the city kids. It's totally different. But we used to love that. Like from childhood, I would say that love for wildlife and nature come itself from childhood. I would say. So like that was the point where like I started liking the nature and the wildlife as well.
Okay, now, how did you start this initiative of yours called Wild Pines, and what are the various activities that you undertake with Wild Pines?
Okay, so after getting married, before I would tell about a story about before marriage also. So before marriage, I was working with Task Safari as a involving in CSR activities. So I used to train differently able kids near to Panna. That particular organization named as Asha Bhavan Girls. So I used to go there and I used to teach them about handicraft things. So that was the time I got interested into like I should start something my own, like about my brand and something, because from childhood, since childhood I was interested toward nature and wildlife. But at the same time I was like very interested towards this thing like craft, art, painting. So I always wanted to do something related to my field, as well as it will connect with the nature as well. So from there my journey begins. Then after getting married, my sister, who is like working in wildlife since like around 15 years, so she suggested me that you should start working on wildlife souvenirs, artifacts. So idea came from there. As Udaipur is very rich about their culture. Not only Udaipur, whole Rajasthan it's itself very rich about their culture and arts. So in Udaipur there was a art which is called miniature art. So I used to learn that time miniature painting. So she suggested me. Then I got interested and start making my first two three souvenirs. So I have started from scarf and multi-purpose mouth and headwear, and after that little handmade things like key coasters, pocket squares, something like that. So when my sister and my brother-in-law has saw that souvenirs, they literally liked it, and the idea was multi-purpose head and mouthwear has come from my brother-in-law. He is a naturalist and wildlife since so many years, so he know what all requires and what essential you need while doing safari. So he suggested me to do something that kind of a thing. I mean, made something that kind of a thing. So that I would say that was a star selling product of Wild Pines.
Okay. Now, I mean, how do you, what was your line of operation? How do you interact with these tribal people and around the Panna Wildlife Reserve? How is it that you get connected, and what are the kind of activities that you do to make them self-sustainable?
So after coming Panna back before COVID, I met Vidya and Bhavna. Bhavna is managing Last Wilderness Foundation, and Vidya is a director over there. So after meeting both of them, they have seen my this multi-purpose head and mouth wear. So they suggested me, and they uh, told me that if you can train these Pardhi girls. So idea came from there. Then I thought I have anyways have to resume my work again after coming back from Udaipur. So idea was there, and I was ready, but then COVID come in between, and I was conceiving that time. So my parents was also not okay with teaching with them, because nobody was taking risk that time, and that was like fair enough, because even I don't want to get into that. So after completing like 1.5 years, or maybe 2 years, I would say. So after completing 2 years, I again resumed my work. Then I have called Vidya and Bhavna again and talked to them, and then I asked them if I can start training them. Then they said okay, and then I meet Sujata. Sujata was the lady who was handling the Last Wilderness Foundation um, here in Panna on field. So she took me to there to meet them first, and then I called them to my house. The story began from there. They all lady comes to my house each day, and each day I train them. Like initially I have trained them how to hold a needle, how to hold a thread. They were not aware of it, and it was like challenging for me as well. How I will how I will teach them. But definitely I will say, like after they have learned how to hold needle and thread, they have learned how to make keychain, bag charm, dream catchers, I mean, bark print soft toys, bark print curtain holders. There are a lot of things they have learned. I would say there's no looking back after that. They're learning like anything. Each day they are learning. They are making Rakhi. This is Rakhi. This is bag charm. This is dream catcher. This is also dream catcher. So this is I would like to tell about this cloth. This is typical traditional cloth of Pardhi. So the idea came in my mind about this cloth. I should use in a different way, because they have told me the story about this cloth that they don't like nowadays. Like young girls don't like wearing it. But I said this is your identity and you should love it. So after I told them, then they were like, "Okay, ma'am, as you say." They bring some clothes from their house, and I saw, and I said, "How beautiful it is! You should use in a different way also." So this is the story of this cloth, and after that, this is bark print parrot. This is Asian Paradise Flycatcher. These both are curtain holders. And this is dragonfly, again bark print dragonfly. Bark print is also from MP itself. This is a famous fabric of MP, like traditionally hand block printed of MP. So these are the things they have made till date.
Okay, now,
Planning for more.
now that you have a very wide range of products, how do you sell it? How do you make it available in the market?
So initially I used to sell through mails, through WhatsApp call, through this thing on call. Like I used to take order from I used to take orders from calls, from WhatsApp, from mails. Now as I'm working on my page day by day, so I'm selling, like I'm getting small business from there also, like from
Yes.
my page,
Instagram,
WildPines
Instagram page.
Instagram page. Yes,
Okay.
yes. So
Okay.
like I'm planning for my website also, but this is I will definitely make, this is like very expensive for me as of now, but definitely I'll make my website in future.
If that volumes have to happen, you need to have a website where your products are
Yes,
displayed.
yes,
And so,
yes. That will be easy way to sell. Nothing. This time, I have to connect with each customer, and each customer I have to tell them the story. I'll tell them the price, and like I have to do everything. I have to take orders, then I have to pack it, I have to dispatch it. So I am doing it alone. So it's getting really difficult sometimes, but yes, I'm trying my hard. I'm trying my level best so that one day I'll be like in a good way I will sell it.
okay. I think even organizations like Glass Builders Foundation, they also get people to visit these places, right? So you can sell it to them also.
Yes. That is true. Vidya Bhavana itself helps me to sell these products. They are like really helpful since they have suggested me to you should start teaching them. Then from there that time they are like very helpful. So yes, I'm getting business from there also. Not that much, but yes, I'm getting little bit business from there also.
Okay. Now, maybe 10 years from now, what are the plans for your future and where do you see Wild Pines maybe 10 years down the line?
So in this point, I would say I have not planned anything in such a way. Like I really enjoy each day of my work because this was my passion, and now passion has converted into a profession. But definitely, I would like to empower women as much as I can. Not only Pardhi women from Panna, near to Panna, near to everywhere. Like whoever wants to learn from me, I'm open for that as well. Like if somebody wants to take training from online, I can train them as well. So I just want to help as much as women I can. So that's the main motive of my life because being a woman, I know the facts about how difficult to survive in a male dominating society. So it is really important for all women to be self independent and motivated. I would say, like, if you are able to help anybody, I think you should help it. You should help. That's the main motto, and I hope I'll do justice what I am telling you right now.
Interesting. A passion turning into profession and you're enjoying what you're doing. That's what matters. And I think
Yes, yes,
you do a selfless job of supporting other people. That itself is a wonderful
yes.
idea.
And I would say, like, in this process, my mother has been very supportive. Otherwise, it is not that easy because I have a 2-year-old son to look after. But Mama is doing it like anything. Like I can't thank her enough. Like the way she is, because she was the one who we are three sisters. So like I'm doing this thing. My sister was into the wildlife since like 15 years. That I I just want to make change in every woman's life if I can be able to.
Okay. Now that with all your experiences, maybe the last couple of years of experience in associating yourself with wildlife, nature, helping tribal people, if there is one message that you want to convey to our viewers, what will be that?
Yes, uh, that would be like never stop dreaming and never stop dreaming, or I would say never stop believing in yourself, because if you believe in yourself, definitely you will grow. And if you will grow, definitely the things you are planning, the things you want to do, they will also grow. So you should believe in yourself. You should never stop dreaming, because dreams do come true. That's what I want to say.
Great, wonderful. It's been really good talking to you, Shatakshi. I mean, I wish you all the
Same
very
here.
best. Let your dreams
Thank
come
you so
true.
much.
Let your commitment, your
Thank
passion really work well for yourself and for the tribal community that you're associated with.
thank you so
Wishing
much.
you all the
Thank
best.
you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.